This is CourtsOS running a real Americano, from an empty screen to a live leaderboard. Everything you are about to see is one club, 3 courts, and 1 evening. Nothing here is a mock-up. Start on the organizer screen. The club and setup tabs sit behind your club passcode, so the first thing you do on a new device is unlock it. After that, you go straight to setup, and CourtsOS walks you through the event one decision at a time. Step 1 is the only choice everything else follows from. 10 formats, and each card tells you what it actually does. We want Americano. Partners shuffle every round, everyone plays with everyone, and the leaderboard ranks individuals rather than pairs. Pick it, and the panel underneath explains exactly what you have chosen. The rest of the setup changes shape to match. Give the night a name. This is optional, but it is worth doing. It becomes the headline on the display boards, the title on every court iPad, the subject line on the results email, and the name the event is filed under in history. A club remembers Thursday night social. It does not remember Americano 14th of August. Then the courts. Your whole club is listed here, and you tick only the ones in play tonight. Unticking a court does not delete it. It stays in your club's setup for next time. Watch the numbers at the bottom. 3 doubles courts means 12 players on court at once, and CourtsOS uses that to work out who rests. Partners. Shuffled each round is the true Americano. CourtsOS redraws the pairings every round and tries never to give you the same partner twice. Fixed partnerships keeps pairs together all night, which is a different event. We want shuffled, scoring. Every match on every court is played to the same total, and 24 points is the usual. This number matters more than it looks. When a court reports a score, both sides have to add up to exactly this, which is what stops a wrong score getting in at all. Length. 10 rounds. At roughly 10 minutes, each is about an hour and 40. It is a ceiling, not a commitment. You can finish early whenever you like, and you can add rounds mid-event if you have court time left. And leave this on. When every court has submitted, the next round starts by itself after a short countdown. Nobody has to stand at this screen all night. Now the players. CourtsOS ships with a placeholder list, so clear that out first. Then paste a column straight out of your spreadsheet, 1 name per line, and import. 16 names, 16 chips. You can still add or remove anyone right up until you start, and after it too. Last step is a review of the whole thing with an edit link on every row. When it looks right, lock it. That does not start the tournament. It opens the sign-in sheet. Nothing is drawn until you start the first round, which is exactly why late arrivals are no trouble. This is the sign-in sheet on a tablet by the door. It is its own web address, so it can sit on a tablet, a laptop, or the club's own screen. You do not need the organizer app open for it. Players tap their own name. That is the whole job. The name turns green with a tennis ball beside it, the counter at the top climbs, and every tap syncs to every other screen within a second or two. 14 of our 16 are here. Grace is running late, and Ollie is not coming at all, and we simply leave them unticked. Nobody has to be deleted, and nobody has to be chased. Back on the organizer screen, the same sheet is on the Arrivals tab, so the organizer can tick anyone who cannot reach the tablet. When everyone is in, lock and start, and that is the event running. Round 1 of 10, 3 courts, the pairings drawn. Along the bottom, 14 players, 12 on court, 2 resting. CourtsOS spreads the rests evenly and credits a resting player, so sitting out never costs them points. Down the right, you can see who is resting this round, and underneath, the players who have not arrived yet. Still there, still available, waiting to be tapped in. The Fixtures tab is the whole running order, and it is there from minute 1, so you can print it or put it on a wall if you want to. Every court can have its own screen. The first time you open one, it asks which court it is sitting on. Tap it once and it remembers. From then on, that iPad shows one thing: who is on this court now and who is on it next. No menus, no scrolling, nothing for a player to get wrong. When the match finishes, enter score. Tap one side up and watch the other side. Because the game is to 24, CourtsOS fills the opposite score in for you. 16-8. You cannot enter a total that does not add up, which is the single biggest source of scoring errors gone. Submit and it is in. The organizer screen, the display boards, and every player's phone all update. The court now shows the recorded score and a revise button in case it needs putting right. Players do not need an app or an account. They scan the QR code on the sign-in sheet or you send them the link and they get this. They pick their own name once and only players who have signed in are listed. It is remembered for the rest of the event. Now the board is theirs. Their own match is highlighted so they can see at a glance which court they are on and who they are with. Below it, the other courts, who is resting, what is coming next, and the live standings. And they can put the score in themselves. Same rule as the court iPad. Enter one side and the other fills in, so the total is always right. 15-9. Submit and the card says score sent. If they get it wrong, the player who sent it can put it right from the same card. Revise score, adjust, send again. 12 all, and yes, a draw is a perfectly good Americano result. One thing worth saying to your players, only one team needs to enter the score. If the other pair disagrees with what went in, they get a dispute button instead, which flags it for you rather than starting an argument on court. Everything else is on the same page. Standings, next round, results so far. This is what most of your players will be looking at all night. Somebody will always get a score wrong, and you do not need to find the iPad it came from. Every submitted score can be corrected from the organizer screen for as long as the round is live. Court 1 came in at 16-8. Tap Edit Score and the card unlocks and drops straight back into entry mode. Nothing is lost and nothing is redrawn. Now put it right. Same behavior as everywhere else. Nudge one side and the other follows, so the total stays at 24. 13-11. Submit and it locks again. The standings recalculate immediately, and so does every board and every phone. If a score turns out to be wrong after the round has moved on, you can still go back to it with the round selector at the top. Grace has arrived 3/4 of an hour in. There is nothing special to do. Go to Arrivals and tap her name, the same tap she would have made before the event started. CourtsOS works out what it now means. She is in from the next round, not this one, because the round on court is already being played and is never redrawn. But from round 2, she is in the rotation like everybody else, and every round after that is drawn with her in it. Ollie is still sitting there unticked, and if he turns up at round 6, the same single tap puts him in. The other direction, Raj has to leave. Again, one tap on his name. CourtsOS asks you to confirm and tells you exactly what it is about to do. He is marked as having left, not deleted, and that distinction matters. Deleting him would take away the points he has already won. This way, he keeps them, he stays on the leaderboard, and he simply stops being drawn into rounds. Everyone else carries on. If the numbers no longer support all 3 courts, CourtsOS drops 1 rather than leaving you a court short of players. And if he changes his mind and comes back, you tap him again. That is a whole Americano. Set up, signed in, scored from the court and from players' phones, corrected and adjusted around people arriving late and leaving early. When you press finish, the results are archived, the summary is emailed out, and every player gets a recap of their own night.